Plus fort que ça, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Merci d'accueillir comme il se doit the producer of this iconic and well-loved franchise, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem. Et pour finir, évidemment, the one and only Captain Jack Sparrow himself, Johnny Depp. Wow, what a splendid team. Thank you all for being here today. Merci à tous d'être parmi nous aujourd'hui. Now, my first question is to Geoffrey. Hello.
Hello.
So, how is it for you to be here at Disneyland Paris, that is actually the birthplace of the fantastic attraction at the origin of the saga? Qu'est-ce que ça vous fait d'être ici à Disneyland Paris, là où est véritablement née l'attraction qui est à l'origine de cette saga extraordinaire?
I would like to interpret that question in response in a form of dance. I choreographed that. Yeah.
Doesn't even need the mic. Il a répondu à la question en dansant. Thank you. Orlando, do you see all the Paris fans out there?
How are you?
What would you like to say to them?
I don't know, because I haven't got a mic working. Oh, here we
Yes, it's
go.
working.
It's wonderful to be here in Paris, one of my favorite cities in the world. Thank you for having us. We hope you love the movie.
Paris, une de ses villes préférées au monde. Thank you, Orlando. Now, my next question actually goes to the new characters. Maybe Kaya, you want to start? What was the most exciting thing about coming on board this film and be part of such an iconic franchise? Qu'est-ce que ça vous fait de rejoindre l'équipe sur ce 5e volet? Qu'est-ce qui vous a le plus plu?
I think for me is getting to work with some of my idols. It's been an absolute pleasure. And they're actually really nice. And we've had a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Évidemment, pour elle, c'est quand même incroyable de rejoindre ses acteurs préférés. Thank you, Kaya. Maybe Branson, would you like to answer to this question too? Here you are. How is it to join this incredible team? Hello, Branson.
Yeah, kind of what Kaya said. We grew up watching these guys, since we were young teenagers, and the chance to join a franchise like this is a gift come true.
Et oui, ils ont véritablement grandi à côté et en regardant tous ces acteurs si connus à la télé. Aujourd'hui, évidemment, ils font partie de l'équipe. Javier, as the new villain, hello. What about you? You are the new villain,
My man
Javier.
from Spain there. You can see that.
So how is it to be the new villain in this story? Is it easy or not? Est-ce que c'est facile ou pas d'être le nouveau méchant dans cette histoire?
Feels good, feels like an honor. Being here, watching this amazing view from here makes you feel what it's like to belong to a franchise like this. And it's a great gift for me to have been able to be in this team of people, of beautiful people.
C'est un véritable cadeau pour moi de faire partie de cette équipe incroyable. So my next question will be to the directors, Joachim and Espen. How is it for you guys also to join this incredible team?
Well, it's of course fantastic, and for us now to be here today after, we've been on this show and this adventure for almost 4 years now. So we're so excited to show the movie to you guys. So can't wait.
Et oui, ils ont très hâte que vous alliez voir le film puisque ça fait déjà 4 ans qu'ils travaillent sur le projet. Would you like to say a word too, maybe?
Yeah, no, it's like everybody here said, that it's to work together with these great people, this talented cast, and Joachim and I really worked hard to get the job because, like the others said also, it's the kind of movies that we grew up with and that Jerry made and Disney made, so it's an honor to be here.
C'est un honneur pour nous d'être là. Ils se sont battus pour obtenir d'être finalement les réalisateurs de cette 5e édition. Thank you. Now, Jerry, tell us how the Pirates, that is actually was born here at Disneyland Paris, how the Pirates attraction originally inspired you in making this saga. Comment est-ce que c'est l'attraction qui est, comme on le sait bien, à Disneyland Paris, vous a inspiré pour créer cette saga?
I think we all want to be pirates, and I think the greatest pirate of all is Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, right here. He's the one created the franchise, greatest pirate. We're so thrilled to be here in Paris, one of the most beautiful city in the world. So thank you so much for welcoming us and all of you showing up. Thanks again.
Il a lui-même toujours rêvé de devenir un pirate et le meilleur pirate pour lui, eh bien, c'est évidemment Mr. Jack Sparrow himself. And my last question goes to Johnny right there. So, judging by the fans' reaction, everyone is really excited to know that the Captain Jack Sparrow is back.
Hi, everybody. How you guys? How are you? So, thank you so much for having us. It's actually been a kind of one of those things I've always looked forward to, is bringing pirates to Disney in Paris, and I lived here for a little while. Well, not in Disneyland, but I lived in this country for a while, and that's the first place I've ever felt I could call home. So I still feel like this is my home. So it's nice to be able to present this film with this cast and these directors, working with this kind of talent. Yeah, I was outmatched. I should have been fired.
Il a dit que pour lui, c'est quelque part un rêve qui se réalise. Il a toujours rêvé de ramener toute sa troupe de pirates à Disneyland Paris. Et en plus, évidemment, la France qui lui est un pays cher, puisqu'il s'y sent un petit peu à la maison. Et il y a passé un peu de temps. Why don't you give those guys a big round of applause? Thank you so much for being here. Merci, merci, merci. Thanks a lot. Merci, merci. On se retourne aussi. We are going to take a picture all together in front of the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Right there. very much. Thanks a lot. On peut encore les applaudir très fort. L'équipe de ce 5e volet de la saga Pirates des Caraïbes, je vous le rappelle, qui, je vous le rappelle, sera en salle à la fin du mois. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you again.
I mean, for me, he's just sort of endless fun, you know. He's a really fun character to play because I'm allowed to be as irreverent as I want, as stupid as I want, you know. Oh yeah, always, yeah. Well, each time out, it's always something new, you know, between Jeffrey and I. Jeffrey Rush's character, Barbosa, and my character are like sort of a husband and wife team that just don't, you know, they sort of bicker at each other, yeah. I think what Javier's done with the character is amazing because he's taken this villain, let's say, this villain, but then you see the sort of, you feel the birth of that villain, you know, you see how it happened. And somehow he amazingly makes you feel for that character, you know. You have empathy for him, you know. It's a very good, beautiful performance, you know.
I think Salazar is a man full of rage and full of need of revenge. It makes him more, he has a very human side to it, hopefully, I don't know. And at the same time, there's a fun, because it's Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so you have to bring it up. You have to bring it a little bit up and do it lighter. So humor helps, and I think he has some humor. Well, I think the quality of their movies, it's pretty amazing. Also the talent involved, Jeffrey Rush, Orlando, Johnny. To work with those guys, it's to work with some of the best actors out there. So, as they say, it's a no-brainer. They call you, and if you like the script, you're in. Facing Jack Sparrow was fun because you have to really bring your bug into the fiction. Because sometimes I was watching Johnny doing it, and I lost my lines because I enjoy so much seeing him doing it that I forgot that I have to say my lines. Well, they seem to be very ready for the movie. Hello, hola. So that's good. I mean, these movies are for the fun. So I'm sure they're going to have a lot of fun.
Great. You know, I had so much. I had such fond memories of making the first 3 films, and you know, they were such an important part of my career and my life, really. So I was initially kind of wondering how they would introduce me back into the franchise, and it seemed the perfect way. You know, I bookend the film, I'm there at the beginning, and send my son off on a journey to do what I did through the first 3 films, which is to reconnect, that, you know, sort of mirroring that father-son story, and I think it plays really well for the film. You know, I think when you watch a film like this, it's always the effects and the way that, you know, they can do things with, you know, special effects and visual effects today that we couldn't do 10 years ago, and it's really pretty amazing. Oh, it's wonderful. I've always wanted to come to Disneyland in Paris, and you know, I think that, you know, I love French cinema, and I think this is a perfect place to premiere the film in Europe. You know, it's like there's a real love for the films, and I love the fans here in France. They're dedicated and loyal and wonderful people. I think that if the first movie was a sort of, you know, if the first movie was, I think the first movie was arguably one of the favorites, you know. I think that people will respond similarly to this film. I think this will bring back some of that similar narrative from the first film and excite the imagination in that way with a sort of simpler story, but all the amazing visual effects and, of course, Johnny doing what Johnny does so well. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't have scenes with him in the movie, but, you know, it's always great to see Johnny. You know, he's a wonderful human, and I love the chance to see him and get together again. Action-packed, adventure, and fun. A fun ride.
But I feel like there's a big responsibility, and you want to, really take it seriously. But I wanted to bring something new to it myself. You know, I wanted this character to be an individual, and I feel like I've done that. I remember going to see them when I was super young, and it was the first movie that I ever really believed the fantasy, and had to ask my mum to explain to me how they made the CGI, because I totally believed it. And I love that now there's a new generation that will experience that feeling. I think it's important to have a character that doesn't necessarily believe in the fantasy at first. You know, she's a woman of science. She believes in facts and figures. So to get to see someone evolve over the piece is really interesting. Fun, very fun and funny. Wet. I was wet a lot of the time, as people will understand when they see the movie. And monkey. A lot of monkey stuff. Yes, definitely. I think keeping up with his humor and his wit is very challenging, but also a lot of fun. It's amazing. I've never been to Disneyland in my life. This is literally my first time, and I used to beg my mum to let me come. So this is quite surreal. I think they should expect a lot of fun, a very fun journey, action-packed scenes, some great stunts, but ultimately a really good ride.
To be honest, I feel very lucky. I didn't have any of the anticipation or pressure of opening a fresh movie. This was already has such a extensive worldwide fan base, and just to be slotted right in there in the fresh reboot was a dream come true. With my character, I think the main theme that he's focused on is saving his father. We see at the front of the movie, he's a young boy, and we learn that his father has no hopes of being freed, and young Henry says there's one treasure that can break your curse, and I'm going to find it and save you, and that's basically the one through line that he drives the movie with, and continues to fight for throughout the whole film. Facing Jack Sparrow was great. I mean, Johnny's definitely one of the best actors I've worked with, and this iconic character has been something that I've watched for years and years, and so to be there in the flesh and to act with him was an education. Adventure, challenging, and fun. I mean, I don't know how you can expect things from this movie, because there's so many crazy things. The set pieces are fantastic. Expect to be entertained for 2 hours, and it never slows down, so make sure you go to the bathroom before you see the movie. Javier's amazing. His villains are the scariest on cinema. I'd seen his work, and the whole time between when I found out he was going to be in the movie with myself, I was looking forward to seeing what he would do with Captain Salazar, and I think he shocked us all. We were all kind of thrown off guard, and I have a couple of scenes with him that I'll never forget. They were some of my favorite moments of the movie.
Thrilling. They keep giving him lots of interesting new dimensions in the character. He started out as a very brutal, kind of dark, narcissistic villain. And then he moved, and he got shot. I thought that was it, but they used some voodoo movie magic. Well, Tia Dalma brought me back, and he turned into a kind of politician. Well, I think he has to be very diplomatic, because he really wanted to manipulate 9 very diverse global pirates into one room and get it organized. And he was skillful at that, he'd have to kill people to get it all happening. Then he worked for the King of England, for George II, and now he's become a very lazy, rather vulgar corporate pirate because he's got Blackbeard's sword, but he's got a terrible sense of taste. And he also runs up against Salazar, who is probably the creepiest, scariest, most terrifying creature, because he is half prawn. He's been under the sea for so long. So that was, yeah, and working with someone like Javier Bardem on that was like, we're talking high-end material and challenge. I think what people like is, well, we feel it, we're on the open sea, so we're not in kind of dark, menacing spaces. We're sort of acknowledging that there was this astonishing brotherhood where pirates who were criminals, they had a certain reality, but there's also a supernatural element, you know, and each of the films have played with those as special effects sequence, like fear of going off the edge of the world, or feral mermaids, or zombie sharks. And a pirate gets to be, there's no rule book to being a pirate. I think it's everyone's Jungian dream of complete freedom and bad teeth.
I don't think I really have words for that. It's been a very long journey for me, and I think we've been on it almost 4 years. So to finally be here, you know, we always dreamt about this, you know, the premieres at Disneyland that they are famous for. So no, seeing, you know, thousands of fans coming out and you know, welcoming us and being enthusiastic, and we can't wait to show them the movie. I mean, it's a big job for sure, and you know, it was daunting, and because I felt a huge responsibility for the series of movies, for the franchise, you know, and there's so many fans, which, you know, is evident here today, and you know, I just didn't want to, you know, mess it up somehow. And it was such a brilliant script, and we had such a great relationship with Jerry Bruckheimer, with Disney, with Johnny Depp and all the other actors, you know, which is world class, all of them. So made our jobs so much more easy. Well, I hope that, you know, they will be laughing, they will be scared, they will be thrilled, they will be and, you know, moved by this story. You know, I'm really proud of the movie, and I hope that you know, it's honorable next chapter in this franchise. Well, again, I mean, there's, you know, we have an amazing new villain in Javier Bardem, you know, playing Captain Salazar, and of course, in my book at least, and in many opinion, I think Javier Bardem is ranked as one of the, you know, best actors in the world, and here he's coming in and he's giving so much of himself, you know, bringing Captain Salazar to life. And we worked really hard together with him to design, you know, Captain Salazar, and also to find the heart in him as a character that is not all evil, you know, that we kind of understand why he's like want his revenge, and that was very important for him and very important for us. I think so. I think there's all the elements are there, and again, that was also part of what made this daunting, and what I put the most pressure on myself, you know, was to make I think a chapter that probably resembles more the first movie in the series, you know, that had all the thrills, all the scary, and had a big heart.
I feel very proud and relieved, and it's great. I'm here with my kids, and I'm here with the crew, and it's just an amazing experience to see how much the fans still love it, and all the new fans. So I'm really excited. Yeah, whoa. It's you get very happy, and then you get you know, a little worried about all the work that is ahead. But we've been working with the best of the best, both in front of the camera and behind. So that makes it a privilege. So it's really just a joy to make this movie together with all these fantastic people. Oh yeah, I mean, we've worked really hard to make new action scenes that are really fun and really original and spectacular. So yes, I can promise you will see some great action. I think our new characters fit really well. We have a new young couple, played by Kaya Scodelario and Brenton Thwaites, and I think they feel like a natural continuation, and we're also sort of making it feel contemporary with these two guys, because they have definitely an edge to them. They're really interesting, and it's nice to have a couple of normal people in this crazy world with all these extreme characters. Of course, we also have a great new bad guy, and I mean, that was daunting, because Pirates is known for their bad guys. You know, it's some of the most iconic on the screen ever. And I think because they're so original, but also they've had this pain that makes them human at the same time. So you see behind all the weird appearances. And Javier Bardem is just the perfect bad guy in Salazar. So I think a lot of people will come and watch it just for that. Fun, exciting, and moving.
Oh, it's great. It's the most beautiful city in the world. We're so thrilled to be here, and thanks to Disney for bringing us here into the park in front of all the fans of Jack Sparrow. We got action, adventure, emotion, and a lot of comedy. It would be a dream, and it is a dream, and we're here, and I'm thrilled to be back. Javier is an amazing actor, an Academy Award-winning actor. We're so lucky to get him to play this part. Thanks to Penelope Cruz, who worked on Pirates 4. When we offered him the part, he asked her, was it okay? Should I do this movie? They're good people. And he said, yes, I had a great time. So thanks to Penelope, and Javier's with us. They bring romance and fun. They're two really good-looking characters, and they have a great backstory, a very strong woman and a very strong man, both looking for their fathers. He certainly is. He's the irreverent character that everybody wants to be.
If you are a Disney fan, listen up. Did you know that Pumbaa in The Lion King was the first character to fart in a Disney movie? Just fits in perfect with the character, don't you think? I wonder who the second character was. Yeah, so I'm the first to fart in the films now. So, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to also click the notification bell. See you next time. Next part.